Okay, welcome to part 3 of my solve. It's titled Stanza Number 1 and the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. So we just heard from Jesus that the Passion of Christ is the method to solving the poem. That was the first complete solution of all 6 stanzas. So now follow along as I take you through the next complete solution by Forrest. This solution will take us from West Yellowstone, Montana, down to Santa Fe, New Mexico, all while duplicating each stage in the Passion of Christ, from his arrest in the Garden of Gethsemane to his ascension into heaven. Stanza number 1. As I have gone alone in there. So this one here, there's four things that are kind of working all at the same time. So it's in the same way that Jesus suffered through the Passion. It's in the same way that Forrest used to go to West Yellowstone as a child. In the same way that Forrest read about the Passion of Christ in the Bible and duplicated each stage of it. And it's in the same way that Interstate 191 goes into West Yellowstone. So as means since, and the next word there is I. I means one. So as I means since the age of 1. It means in the same way that, and in the manner or way. Way is a method, plan, or means for attaining a goal. It is a path or course leading from one place to another, so the stages of the Passion. It means a minor street in a town, so in West Yellowstone the streets are very short. It means a road, route, passage, or channel. Channel means avenue. Route means the choice of roads taken to get to a place. It means waterway, which is a river. And the names of the streets that we're looking for are the names of the rivers in Yellowstone. And way also means a street in or leading out of a town. And in this case, it'll be Interstate 191, which leads right into West Yellowstone. So I means Jesus. It also means Forrest Fenn, and it means Interstate 191. 1 means, of course, the number 1. It means first, so when you think of first place, it means gold. Gold is a yellow stone. That also in medieval Roman numeral for the number 50. And of course that means gold. Yellowstone. The first in order or in a series, so West Yellowstone is the starting point. Of the same kind means the names of the rivers are the same names as the name or names of the streets in West Yellowstone. I means 9. It also means a river. So have means to copy or duplicate. So to copy or duplicate the stages of the Passion of Christ. And to show or exhibit in words. In this case here, the words on a map and the words from in the Bible when you look at the Passion in the Bible. Gone means to die, which means to be crucified. Also means to go west, which means West Yellowstone. It means to read. So you read in the Bible about the Passion, and you read the map to see the streets in West Yellowstone and the names of them. Gone also means to travel. Means to follow a course as specified. So to follow the stages of the Passion on a map. Forrest did say that you have to marry the clues to a map, and that's what we're going to do here. Course means a method. It means a plan or map, and it means to follow a road on a map, and it means an actual road, which would be Interstate 191. Alone means forsaken. So Jesus was forsaken. So in the same way that Jesus was crucified, he was forsaken on the cross by God. It also means alone, it also means all one. So Forrest was all of 1 year old when he started going to West Yellowstone. Isolated means far away, far, out of the way, secluded, distant. So 3,500 miles from Temple, Texas to West Yellowstone. That's how far they would travel when they would go up there for the summers during school break. In means inside, so inside West Yellowstone and inside the Bible. And it means passion. There means verses or passages in the Bible. It also means the wilderness, i.e. the Rocky Mountains. And it means passionate, or the Passion of Christ. It also means point or stage, so the stages of the Passion. Place is a particular passage in a book or writing, so Bible verses. It also means a spot or mark, so the Gospel of Mark. A portion of space used for habitation as a city, town, or village. And we're talking about West Yellowstone. It also means proper sequence, so to follow the stages of the Passion in proper sequence. It also means to cross. It means a short street. Like I said earlier, the streets of West Yellowstone are short for the most part. Lay means map. It also means a geographical point or location on a map, in or at that place, and in that matter. Matter means substance or body, which would be a separate or distinct mass of water, and in this case we're talking about rivers. And it means things put down in words, especially printed, so the street names on a map, and also the words in the Bible. And it means to duplicate. So a duplicate of the names of the rivers of Yellowstone, and of course to duplicate the Passion of Christ. And with my treasures bold, and with his memories of spending the summers in Yellowstone, fishing the rivers and streams, standing out clearly in his mind. And means together with, or along with. With means having. Treasures means memories. So it's a collection of his memories. Trove is a collection of objects. It also means Yellowstone, gold. To regard or treat as precious. To cherish, to feel love for. So he felt love for his family and Yellowstone. To cling fondly to as memories. To hold or treat as dear, as land. So in this case, Yellowstone. He actually has a chapter called In Love with Yellowstone. So to regard highly, to love. It also means riches. So riches are a root, process, or system. So the method of solving the puzzle or the poem or defining his treasure is the Passion of Christ, the stages of the Passion of Christ. It also means resources, which are rivers. And it means to follow a course. It means stages. And it means an orderly or systematic sequence of doing something. So yeah, the stages of the Passion, you have to follow them in order. And source also means the Bible. So you can just go right to the Bible to find out what the sequence is. Bold means standing out distinctly, so clearly, so his memories. And bold lettering would be the names on a map that stand out distinctly in bold block lettering, and also the words of the Bible. So I can keep my secret where? So Forrest can keep his method to solving the poem in the written words contained inside the Bible and the words on a map. So I is Forrest Fenn. Can would be the books of the Bible. It also means the method used to obtain a result or achieve an end, in this case the Passion of Christ. Keep means to show or exhibit in words, so in the Bible or on a map. Secret means an incident or scene in connection with the life of Christ regarded as of special significance, so the Passion of Christ. And it means a method, formula, or plan. So the method to solving the poem is the Passion of Christ. And it means a map. It means a path or a course leading from one place to another. It means an order or system of doing something, and an orderly or systematic arrangement or sequence. So the stages in the Passion of Christ. And where means from what source. So the source would be the Bible. It would be a map of West Yellowstone, and the rivers of Yellowstone. And hint of riches new and old. So it gives us a clue to start in West Yellowstone with the streets named after the rivers of Yellowstone and to refer to the Passion of Christ in the New Testament of the Bible. So and means to duplicate. So we're duplicating the Passion of Christ and the names of the rivers of Yellowstone. Hint means to subtly imply or to refer to or to allude to, and it also means to duplicate. Of means used to indicate source. Riches would be rivers and streets. So riches also mean gold, which is Yellowstone. Resources mean rivers. A book, which is the Bible. It means a road or street or avenues. And in this case here, we're talking about Yellowstone Avenue, Firehole Avenue, Gibbon Avenue, Madison Avenue, and Gallatin Road in West Yellowstone. And I'll get to that. I'll show you on the map there in a minute. Channel also means the bed or course of a river. So new and old. So new is the most recent of two or more things with the same name. So in this case, the streets of West Yellowstone with the same names, or the same name as the rivers. And old means the earliest of two or more things with the same name. So the actual rivers in Yellowstone. So one is the streets, the new is the streets, the old is the actual rivers. And means it's used to join two identical phrases to express a contrast between instances of what is named. So rivers and streets. Okay, so do you remember when Forrest told us the story about his dad taking 50 sleeping pills? Well, West Yellowstone, by definition, means to die by taking 50 sleeping pills. West means to die. Die means sleep. It also means pill. And Yellowstone is gold, which means 50. I thought you'd kind of like that. Okay, so the first stage, or the first place we're going to start here, is the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. So the first stage in the Passion of Christ was his arrest in the Garden of Gethsemane. So the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center in West Yellowstone represents the garden. Garden means bed, so it's a den, any place in which an animal sleeps or rests. It means enclosure, so a region or area enclosed by a fence. So the grizzly bear enclosure is enclosed by a fence. It also means a place where things are preserved. The Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center was formerly known as a Grizzly Bear and Wolf Preserve. So the word preserve means to save, which means salvation. Gethsemane. The name Gethsemane means oil press in Hebrew. And Gethsemane also means Calvary, which is any experience of great suffering. So we go to the grizzly bears in the enclosure, and bear means to press or to suffer. And the one bear that we're searching for, there's a bear that's name is Spirit. And of course that represents the Holy Spirit. So beginning where warm waters halt. So it begins in West Yellowstone, Montana, where Yellowstone Avenue, Madison Avenue, Firehole Avenue, Gallatin Road, and Gibbon Avenue all converge onto Canyon Street. So the street names are also the names of the warm rivers, which are affected by geothermal features. The only traffic lights or stop signs on these roads are at Canyon Street, hence where warm waters halt. And I'm going to show you right here on the map. So this is West Yellowstone, Montana. And so the red there that's highlighted is Interstate 191, which leads into West Yellowstone from Wyoming. And we take Gallatin Road, coming in from the north. So Gallatin Road comes in and turns into Canyon Street. And then we have the warm waters, which are Gibbon Avenue, Firehole Avenue, Madison Avenue, and Yellowstone Avenue. And if you look at it from several ways here, you can look, it looks like two F's for Forrest, Fenn. And our target is right here, that's the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. So when you look, there's no place, you can't go any further than Canyon Street. It stops right here at the end. And that's as far as it'll take you as we zoom out here. And then of course if we keep going down south, we'll hit Santa Fe. So I'm taking in the canyon down. So take Canyon Street in a southerly direction. Not far but too far to walk. A short distance away there's a preserve in the distant background. And Canyon Street only goes a few hundred yards and then it stops. There's nowhere else to go. You're at a dead end. So not far means it's only a short distance. But means save, which means preserve. Too far. Far means distant, which means in the background. Walk means to travel on foot, to go about on the earth or appear to living persons as a ghost, which would be spirit, the bearer named spirit. The gait or pace of an animal that walks or moves along on foot at a slow or moderate pace, basically a grizzly bear. Haunt is a ghost or spirit. Footpath is a narrow path for walkers only, so you can't drive into the Discovery Center. You have to walk and follow a footpath to get to the fenced-in area. Walk also means an enclosed yard, pen, or the like, where domestic animals are fed and left to exercise. And walk also means field, which means garden. A garden is an enclosure. And a conservatory, which is what the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center is. So put in below the home of Brown. In this case here, the home of Brown is the den of the grizzly bears. So pull into the lower entrance of the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center parking lot and disembark from your vehicle. So put in below the home of Brown. Put in means disembark, to leave a vehicle, to unload passengers from a vehicle. Below means just beneath or lower down than. So when you're looking at the map, the parking lot is kind of adjacent to or south of the entrance to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. Home means the dwelling place of an animal. And brown, of course, means having skin, fur, hair, or feathers of that color. It also means bear, which is the grizzly bears. And it also means bay, which means to howl, or a deep, prolonged howl. It's a grizzly bear and wolf preserve. When you go through the building and you exit the rear of the building, on the right side are the wolves, and on the left side are the grizzly bears. So from there, it's no place for the meek. So a grizzly bear and wolf preserve is no place for the meek, indeed. So from the parking lot, we proceed into the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. Meek means tame, which is opposite of, or the opposite of tame, sorry, is wild. So no place for the meek means it's a place for the wild. Wild means ferocious, untamed, not domesticated, howling. So I think that kind of describes the bear and the wolf. So the end is ever drawing nigh. So you go through the building and follow the pathway to the grizzly bear enclosure, which is on the left. You are now standing at the fence of the grizzly bear enclosure. And you'll see the bears out there uh, digging through the rocks for food that's been hidden. Uh, trying to open up garbage cans and stuff like that are being tested. Uh, Quite a pretty place, actually. Very nice to see. So the end is ever drawing nigh. End means enclosure. It also means the limit, so it's the furthest point that you can go. Drawing means something that attracts an audience or a den, and it also means to cause to move in a particular direction as by a pulling force. Nigh means being on the left side. So basically, the walkway and that causes you to go off to the left, where you get to the fence of the grizzly bear enclosure. So there'll be no paddle up your creek. So there'll be no going inside the enclosure. Uh, I don't think it would be a wise move to jump in there with the grizzly bears. They are still wild animals. Paddle means navigate, which means to cross or to walk or find one's way in. So you'd want to be going in there. Up means uh, to surround with a fence or to go toward or in a more elevated position. When you're at the fence, the landscape goes uphill towards a waterfall. Creek means brook or a bear. So you're not going in there to go up to the bears. There's a stream, which is a steady flow of water. Like I said, there's a waterfall with a little stream that goes into a pond. And creek also means trench. So you're not crossing the trench. So right in front of you, you've got a fence. And about 4 feet away, there's a second fence. And then there's a large trench that separates the bears from the uh, the onlookers, us, just as a safety precaution. So just heavy loads and water high means just a bunch of real grizzly bears and a waterfall. And that's what you'll find there. So just means real, actual. Heavy means extremely large. Massive means bears. It means a trench. Loads means bears, a great quantity or number. I think there's somewhere around, I think 9 bears maybe. But it's always changing. So, and water, of course, is heat. Flowing water, a stream of water, pumping or circulating water. High means elevated. And like I said, the geography there, it's always going uphill. So if you've been wise and found the blaze, so if you've been wise, been means bear, wise means guide or spirit. So if you've found the bear named Spirit, found means cast. So it means a list of performers or actors in a show. And in this case here, it would be the signs with the names of the bears. So when you're at the fence, on the inside of the second fence, you'll see a bunch of signs there uh, describing giving the name of each bear that's in the enclosure and how that bear came to be there. And the blaze, of course, means spirit. It also means bear, and it means enclosure. So look quickly down, your quest to cease. In this case here, it means turn your head and look down to the end of Grey Wolf Avenue. Your objective is Hibernation Station. So Hibernation Station is going to be the second part. It's the second part in Forrest's solution, but it's actually the third solution. So look quickly down your quest to cease. So look means to turn one's eyes in some direction in order to see. It means a road, street, or avenue, and it means a display. So over at the hibernation station, we're going to see a big orange sheep display, and that's our target. Quickly means to cross, pass, or cross. It also means an avenue. Animated means containing representations of animals. So there's going to be some big orange sheep in the display at the hibernation station. Look quickly down. So quickly also means to howl, right? Wolves howl. Quickly also means howling. So we're going to have to go down Grey Wolf Avenue. Right now, we're only looking. We're not moving. So we're still in the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center, and we're looking at the map and looking down, which is directly across from the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. So you're looking down the street, down Grey Wolf Avenue. Down also means a sheep of any breed, which would be the bighorn sheep that we're going to see. It means to go down the street or the avenue. It means smoke, which is a dark gray. So gray wolf. Bad means cross, and it means having a wicked or evil character. So wolves and grizzly bears have a wicked and evil character. Quest means a journey, drive. It's our objective, our goal. So our quest to cease. Cease means to stop, which means station. So to means towards or in the direction of. So we're going in the direction of or towards station. Cessation means a temporary or complete stopping of activity, which means to hibernate. So we're heading to hibernation station. But tarry scant with marvel gaze. It means, however, don't waste your time contemplating what this other part here at hibernation station might be. Okay, gaze means to contemplate. Marvel means there's something else. It's another part. To think or speculate curiously, to wonder at. So saying don't wonder or speculate for too long. Simply make your way down Grey Wolf Avenue and go into hibernation station. So just take the chest and go in peace. That's what it means. So just means simply, it means based on right. So as if we went back to the beginning, the first line in the poem, begin at where warm waters halt. So and then taking in the canyon down. So now we're coming down Canyon Street. In the case where we came to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center, we took a left. But this case here, now to go to hibernation station, we'll have to take a right. So just means based on right. It also means simply. Take means to proceed or follow, or to make one's way. Chest means a passage or avenue. And of course, we're looking for Grey Wolf Avenue. Go means to move or proceed. It means hibernating. It means a lodge, a hotel, motel, or inn. And that's what hibernation station is. It's a bunch of cabins. I believe there's actually 50 cabins there. Go in, inside, enter, and peace means station and hibernate. So wants us to go into hibernation station.